Jakes on the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Save my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go! Here we go! Down the ending! Man, that's track! That's track! He's coming!
First carry for James Conner. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Dobbs. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
First down, Steelers.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On first and 10 is Conner. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Dobbs is throwing. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And down inside the 15 he goes. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line.
First down, Steelers.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
To try again after the sack. Dobbs. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Ready. 60-out block. Ready.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A quick throw into the hands of Switzer. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Dobbs. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Able to find Switzer. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing here, Dobbs. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw Dobbs. This one complete right side to McDonald. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, it's Connor. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Dobbs forced out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Myers' kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. They'll find Hines out of the backfield.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Second and 13. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
61. Ready, go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man, Hilton. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. They'll run the option right here on first down. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throw left side complete. It's Hines. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the catch made by Hilton. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 6. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Here's Dobbs to throw. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. A little juke. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Counter. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. Here's Counter again. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they work this out past the 25. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dobbs setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Dobbs. And that is incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Bryant's extra point up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. Screen pass to Connor. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
From the gun, Dobbs. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up a third down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Jabal Sheard picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. To throw is Dobbs. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right, his longest run of the game waited until the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This to Jarwin. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact.
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd down. Dobbs, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Dobbs is throwing. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll run on 1st down. Samuels. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Dobbs. He'll get this one to Switzer. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Dobbs. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Dobbs.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it's third down. Operating from the gun. Dobbs. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Switch. Swap.
On fourth down, Dobbs. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And they're not able to convert on fourth down.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'll go again here with Matt. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
They'll set up a throw. He completes this one to Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. This quarterback now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep for Hilton. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Colts, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel.